Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a magical day and this room today even more magical because today we're starting the Iron Cross artwork. And I asked Patreon just to be sure. I wasn't sure if I would do the whole band or not because I was informed that they do switch and add band members here and there sometimes. So I was suggested that I do not the 4 members that we see usually in the covers rather than the main members of the band, which are Andre and Andrea. I have to say I really like how this came out. I got this specific reference image from one of their fans because it was part of a t-shirt, I believe, and I cropped and used only the 2 members. It was already structured like this and it looked really cool to the point where I thought, what if I try it and just kept it super minimal to like 3 colors, well, 3 colors, I mean like black, white, and red, so that, you know, we keep the iconic specific like intensity of Andrea's red ginger hair, which is super fun and super just, it stands out and it's a beautiful part of every music video. It's just is a very cool detail. And I feel like it is something special to do, to work with, especially in an artwork. And so I thought, since it looks so intense and like emphatic and all that, I made it like grayscale and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna keep the hair the color that they are. And I have to say, it's one of the first times that I feel like hair looks like it actually looks like hair. Like there's shadows there, there's shapes there, there's highlights there, like it a lot more than other hairstyles I've done. There's a lot more depth and I can see a lot more strands of hair and parts of hair that would be hair rather than, let's say, other ones that I feel like could have been better. So I'm really glad with Andrea's hair that you're gonna see get developed soon. Right now I'm working with a first layer of black just to cover the main parts so I can then go over like a bit of white. I'm working with oils throughout the whole thing, just oil paint, and I feel like it's the best choice because it's actually giving like a very dramatic look, which is what I'm going for, since this is a heavy metal rock-ish band, and I feel like it is very fitting. Also because the initial image was giving it a very emphatic, like dramatic approach, so I was like, okay, let's go with it and let's intensify it, as you will see. I feel like I ended up with a very interesting, like you would filter an image kind of look, which is really cool. I like it. It's like you grayscaled a photo and added some sort of weird face, like you show, let's say, the lightest parts in like circles and stuff, kind of technique in a filter or something. Which filters are inspired by artworks, so that exists. But yeah, it's just to give an example. I had a lot of fun to make this. I feel like the limitation of the color actually gave me a chance to work with, let's say, even more shadows and even more shapes. And I didn't really care to keep the actual lines of the nose because I knew that black would just shape them and bring them out of nowhere. So I was just really able to work really fast with it because I kind of I don't know, I feel like limiting the colors gave me a chance to already understand like way faster how I wanted to approach this and how it was successful to approach this to give the right like proportions and idea of everything. So I had a lot of fun. Even like the background, like I there's just like a little section that pops out over Andrea's hair, which I've just like dry brushed a bit of black over, and I was like, it's so intense in the end that I don't want to work with it anymore. At the start I was like, okay, I'm gonna work with it like that, and I'm gonna leave it like that until I decide, you know what, maybe I need to add to it, like by the end of it. And by the end of it I was like, it's so intense, if I add to that, what's gonna be left? You'll see. It's also pretty fun how it goes like through such a weird process, I feel like, to get created. This artwork that just looks so weird-ish, like it's with the shades and everything. It's not like you shape anything, you just work with shadows the whole time. And it's just so cool because I feel like most artworks should be worked like this, but it's not how I always do it. and it's really cool to work extremely like in that kind of only shadows way. And I had a lot of fun to like bring out the shapes and shadows with just the shadows. It's really nice. I even like understood like a bit later, oh, I wanted to add Andrea's cheeks a bit more. She has a bit brighter, like stronger cheekbones. So I like emphasized it more afterwards. I added a bit of more light tones to the top parts. I worked with her hair, like I love how I worked with her hair, like the shadows with the black, then the emphasis with the red. It's just so fun. Even the white little highlights at the top, so much fun. Again, like you can see it starts shaping that intense, like a deep dark like black at the bottom right below the eyebrow, and then at the top like there in the middle is like that light peak part. And it's so much fun how it looks like it's like formed, and you can see every single like circle that I've made with my brush, and it's just so fun. I love it. I also really like how I added a bit of red close to like eyeshadow-ish kind of thing close to Andrea's eyes, as well as the lips. I feel like that's gonna be like it was a really cool detail, and I really like it still looking at it right now. I was gonna add some to Andrea's lips, but after I worked with it with just black and white, I was like, I like it, I'm gonna keep it like this. And I feel like it's really cool. Like, I don't know, it came out very comic-esque, you would call it, like picture-esque. It's very like fun. I like it a lot. I got to work also with hands. Hands I don't really work with a lot. And when I worked to create like the hands, I understood a lot more about their shadows and things. I got to work with simpler colors because I didn't have to blend all the time, you know, a skin tone kind of color to work with. So it was a lot easier to just go grayscale and be like, oh, I want more like light parts, I'm just gonna add more white. I'm not gonna blend another lighter version of that color and lose my mindset during that process. And I feel like it's because I haven't tried making enough artworks with like actually working deeply with skin tones yet. Like when I reach the point where I've done that many to the point where I can blend the color and then like still keep in mind what I want to work with and understand it, so I don't lose it, I'm gonna be able to do that with actual like color skin tones as well, and like lighter and like deeper and darker and all that. But for now I do feel like this version like that I got to work with black and white helped me a lot to understand a lot more things, and it was really fun. Like I did not have to worry about that deep black like shadow like that would like cover, let's say, most of Andrea's like right side of the eye or Andrea's like right side of the eye. I did not like care about that because I knew I would just actually do it exactly as the image, like completely black. And it just was so helpful because I didn't have to worry about adjusting my colors or thinking of how I would make a darker color to like make the transition from like the cheekbone to like the eye colors to match, to be smooth. I didn't care about that because it was just gonna be all grayscale, so who cares? I could just adjust it later pretty fast as well. And it was really easy for me to even work with lips, like here that I'm working with the lips, the eyes, the teeth, the nose. I just really feel like I've achieved, like, that was like a chance for me to work with something very like fun. Like I see it now and I'm like, it looks so comic-esque, it's so funny, and I love it because at the same time it looks kind of realistic. Like you took a picture and kind of made it paint-ish. Like you have an effect and you just make it a bit paintish, and you add, let's say, a few like effects and stuff, and it just is this, and it's so fun. I love how it came out. It's so accurate. I even got to work on the t-shirt, which again, don't really pay attention to those a lot, so that was also fun. Again, I've missed a bunch of detail, but I thought like it looked really nice, and I didn't want to overcrowd it with like the t-shirt details. It's not that I missed a lot of them, I just didn't go exactly as the pattern was. So yeah, I feel like if I was actually going through with the pattern being exactly the same, I would actually make it too intense, like too many details, too many like distractions. It would be too crowded for me. So I decided to just keep it like this, and I'm not regretting it. I actually like how it's a bit like losing like focus, and then you can like pay attention to it if you want. It's much better. Now when it comes to their music, I should mention I just had so much fun making the artwork. I'm just talking about the artwork this whole time. Like they are just starting, like they've done a huge big like an blah, blah, blah. They've done an album. And their originals are really interesting for their structure as well as their power. Very beautiful. But I must say, I want to see more of what they can do now after all these covers that they've done. Because after seeing, let's say, Bring Me to Life from Evanescence, their latest cover that I've done on Friday, I want to see Andrea sing something from that kind of genre, kind of sad mood to like intense background music, like to bring that fire in through like music, but also like the atmosphere, tension being there and everything. It's like everything working in that kind of like Evanescence look maybe and approach. As well as, there were a couple artists and singers that I feel like, Creep, the song also, maybe that kind of vibe. It's that kind of like sad-ish kind of approach. Like anything from there, I feel like if they blend and find their like character and actual persona from there, like their how they want to approach songs and how they want to interpret songs and how they want to play them, they're gonna find their actual personality and identity in music through that. And when they do, their next album that they start to create is gonna be a lot interesting and super fun to explore, I feel like. So I am going to be just waiting to see what's gonna happen with them and what they choose to do. But this is the artwork, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I love how this came out. Could easily go on a t-shirt. It looks super fun. I hope the band likes it if they see it. I hope they did a good job. I feel like it came out really pretty and super cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, click on all the notifications. That will be sent next week. New artists as well as a few old ones. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. For now, bye!